All right, Battle on Bago is coming up this week. Starts February 21st, Friday, 6 a.m. and it goes through Saturday, the 22nd at 2 p.m. So we're here with Critter, Wolf River Sports in Winnebago. Usually a pretty busy place for the tournament. It's supposed to be very, very nice for the upcoming weekend. Got some cold weather coming in. We're talking about the landings, some of the ice conditions, and some areas to stay away from on Lake Poygan and Lake Butamore. So, Critter, why don't you give us some information on what's going on this week?
Tell you what, it looks like we're getting lucky. We got that cold front last week, kind of freeze everything up. But now we got this little warm spot. Just catching a bunch of fish. Of course, we got a little cold coming, which is going to again give us another extra boost to get fish on the tournament. It's looking great for weather-wise. But walleye bite's been really good. I've seen a lot of nice fish. A few white bass. It seems like silver's the color this year, which is odd.
Perfect. What time are you guys going to be open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Open up at 5 a.m. and we stay open Thursday and Friday till 8 o'clock. And then on the rest of the weekend, we're at 5 a.m. till 4.
Okay, cool. When we have Donnie Herman coming here in a little bit, we're talking about the landings first, though. We're going to stop by Nofke's right after this. Nofke's landings right off of B. Extremely busy last year. Captain's Cove also has a great access this year. Ice conditions seem to be pretty fair on Poygan. A lot of truck travel.
14 inches, pretty much consistent all around. There's a couple of roads that are plowed, or else find a path you can follow behind. Once you get off the path, slow down, it's a little bumpy. Yeah,
it's a little bumpy out there, so don't go fast. But now we'll bring Don Herman in here. He's made some money this last couple of weeks on some people making some poor decisions driving trucks. If you see this red area here, Don, if you want to talk about where you've made...
When you come across Spruce Lane, these are all the landings here you can get off. You don't want to go this red line right here. This is where the river comes through on Lake Winnebago and Poygan. You want to stay away from that area. We've done 3 vehicles there already this year.
And point out approximately where those vehicles went in.
These vehicles, one went right here, another one's a mile, about a 3/4 mile away, and one was way over here, which I've never pulled one out of there before, but he drove a long way on 6 inches. And it looks fine. I mean, when you're driving, it looks fine. And when you come out here, Lake Butamore, this whole area right here you want to stay, you can come off from
Sand pit there.
Sand pit. You can come off from Sunset Bay, which they are catching quite a few northerns in Sunset Bay. But you can go there. But these are the areas to stay away. Cracks right here. There's another crack that runs here. We don't have it on the map. Most of the guys are jumping that one right now. But this crack you can't get across. We were debating about putting a bridge on. I don't think we are, but if you need to get on this side, you can just come around and go Captain's. So, and I think we're going to try to put some roads out there. We don't know yet for sure.
So stay tuned. We're going to go hit the landings next, maybe talk to Nofke and head over to Captain's. And then we're going to go around Lake Winnebago and check out those landings.
Okay, we're at Nofke's Landing on Lake Poygan. So what we're going to try to do with the Otter Street trucks, we're going to bring some other trucks that we're going to bring. We're going to plow some parking lots out on the lake. You'll be able to park there. If you don't want to go out with a vehicle, there's about 14 to 16 inches on Lake Poygan. And we're going to try to put a road in all the way to Captain's Cove and put a bridge out on the crack. So if you want to fish on the west end, that's what we're going to try to do. I mean, that's the plan. Depends how ice conditions are, and I know it's really rough out here. So we're going to try to do that. If you park out here, just don't park right close to each other. Leave some space. We're going to have plenty of parking out here, and I guess the fishing's pretty good right now. So I don't know what Bob's going to be helping me doing all that stuff. So we're going to try to get a crew out here. Otter Street's going to try to do it because we're not going to have bridges at Otter Street. We have 4-wheel bridges there, but we're not going to have it on Lake Winnebago.
All right, we're here at Captain's Cove. We're the far west side of Poygan with Donnie and Chris Anderson here, talking about Battle on Bago coming up this weekend. Guys that are bringing our campers out or ice castles, this is a perfect area, this whole west side of Lake Poygan, to park your campers, park your ice castles right off the road, not on the road, just make it off the road that we're gonna plow here. Donnie, how much ice we got out here right now?
We have about 16 inches out here. We went out and measured a couple days ago. So if you got one of those big shacks, I mean, you got plenty of ice. I know they weigh probably about 7,000 pounds. So you went out here and plopped your shanty out here, and then you can go out fish all Lake Poygan. So that'd be the perfect spot if you're gonna do that.
So Chris and Donnie and I will be out probably this week, Wednesday, Thursday. We're gonna get a road plowed here, a bridge, but hopefully to connect the lake here. And most people fish a horseshoe, right, Chris?
Yeah.
And then chase them this way to the west, and probably eventually catch them over on the west side here next week. So.
Yeah, and then if you look back at the landing back here, it's very gradual, so there isn't going to be any issues driving off.
So this is probably one of the better landings we've seen.
More flatter landing.
So getting your campers on and off here, your ice castles, and then Captain's Cove, Cassie in there said that they'll be open till whenever they're not busy, coming up this Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. So if you're out here camping, you're out here spending the night, make sure to come talk to Cassie and spend some money here at Captain's Cove.
And they do have bait here as well.
They do sell bait. So.
The lake is pretty rough, so when you get out there, I mean, it's a rough ride. You're not gonna be going 50 miles an hour. I can tell you that. It's rough out there.
Or you won't make it far.
You won't make it far.
So. All right, stay tuned. We're heading to Lake Winnebago right now to talk about Paynes Point and Merritt Street Landing.
Yes.
Right? All right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Winnebago Ice Report, Lake Winnebago. So we're not driving out this year. There isn't any vehicle bridges out on Lake Winnebago this year. None of the fishing clubs are going to put their vehicle bridges out. We have some four-wheeler bridges off from Merritt Street. You can drive out, you can park on the ice. Just make sure you stay far enough apart. There's a lot of parking out there. We have between 8.5 and 18 inches ice on the lake. A lot of 8 inches are out here in the new ice. There's 8 inches down off from Horseshoe Reef out here. So I would just drive UTVs, four-wheelers, snowmobiles, whatever you got, but I would not recommend driving vehicles out on Lake Winnebago this year. They are driving on the north end on Lake Winnebago. You can go out about 2 miles by Fire Lane 8, but and they are driving some vehicles off from Fisk Ave, where the old ice was, but I would not recommend it. Otherwise, you'd have to call something. But and Jim's here at Paynes Point. I don't know, he's going to tell you about Paynes Point. You can go off here. A lot of landings here. Fisk, Wentz, Cemetery Road, Paynes Point up here. You can fish all this. On the east shore, they are driving out on pipe, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend it.
On the Paynes Point, right up here, we'll have plowed parking lots on the ice available for people that want to park, unload their trailers, their UTVs and four-wheelers, etc. As of right now, there is no crack that comes up through here. If things change before the weekend, we will put ATV bridges on them. Right down here is right where Grundman Lane is, which is the Winnebago County Bull Landing, is another access point. Then down here is Asylum Bay, or the carp ponds as it's sometimes known as. There's an access point there. This is, like Don said, there's a lot of 8 inches in here. There's spots with 10, 12, 13, 14. It's just 8 inches is about the least we could find anywhere.
You should be safe with a UTV and ATV, unless you're driving in the mall. Stay away through these red areas. These are the cracks that run in the mouth of the river and mouth of the river Indiana. Just stay away. But there will be ATV bridges out. There's not going to be one off, I don't think, off from Asylum Bay, so you're going to have to go off from Merritt Street to get the ATV bridge.
Fire Lane 8 is up here where Don was talking, where they're driving trucks. Their tree line goes out 2.9 miles. At 3 miles, there's 8 inches or less of ice. So if you travel from there, do not go off the end of their tree line. It's with a truck. It's just, that's what they did, they chose to do this year.
So be safe, have fun, and remember, the ice is never 100% safe.
All right, here we are on Merritt Avenue. This is kind of like the hub of Battle on Bago, closest to the tent, which is just in Menominee Park there. Out here, we're not going to have the truck bridges put out for this weekend, even though we're going to be close to that 12 to 14 inches of ice that the club needs to put bridges out. We're just not going to get them out. But we do have 3 ATV, UTV bridges that'll be placed out this way for the first crack. Out further, there is a little bit more ice. Don Herman from Sunk will give a report later on that we'll post on our Facebook page. But parking, there are some trucks parked out here. We don't recommend it. We've had issues in the past when you have trucks parked too close to each other. There's a lot of parking inside the park. It would be on the right-hand side of each road all the way through Menominee Park. And there's a soccer field that fits about 300 trucks and trailers. And you can take your ATV or UTV down the road here to access this launch on Friday and Saturday. So any questions, feel free to call us or look at our Facebook page, and we'll have some information on there.